Oh, bang that. What's that?
Okay.
Nancy, let it go. Try to keep it 100. You know you was never my woman.
Whitney.
Hey.
The wildflower.
Oh, you already know.
Wild child. No, you should see what Whitney is wearing today. Listen, this is what we're going to do right now. As I'm introducing the topic, Whitney going to take a couple of pics. And listen, I'm telling you, this is a call to action to follow me on Twitter. You're about to see the most incredible muscular ass that you've ever seen in your life. I mean, Whitney came in here. How would you describe this outfit? The legs are lace and the ass is out. It's like the ass is free.
Is it out like that? I mean,
as free as that tiger was who dragged that nigga in the zoo, just picked his ass up and the ass is loose.
Gotta do it sometimes. It's Friday.
I mean, damn.
Look at that. I didn't even try to dress for Freaky Friday, and I did.
No,
You're welcome.
She literally had the streets. Yeah. She's crossing the street. Yeah. Of course, she's crossing the street the wrong way. She's not using the crosswalk.
Nah. Okay.
Traffic is stopped on both sides. We didn't know this until one of the employees was like, literally, she's causing accidents outside. It was really retarded. So Whitney's going to take pics.
Yeah.
She's going to tag me. Everybody follow me right now because you're going to get a treat. At Zoe Williams. I mean, it's literally a treat. It was a treat for me. You know, Whitney is one of those deceptive girls, right? Dressed in the baggy shit. You don't really know. And then walked in this motherfucker.
Hey.
She got the milk feeders. I'm not even going to talk about her breasts. And that's a whole nother thing. That's out. I mean, Whitney, fuck. She came in here on some superhero Wonder Woman type shit. So Whitney gonna hit us up with some pics. Everybody follow me at Zoe Williams.
Hit my Instagram as well, MSTABER.
Yeah.
I've already posted pictures on you already know. So.
Jesus Christ. Listen, I'm off my game. Let me come back to center. This is the voice of reason. Fridays, you know, we get a little wild on Fridays. The voice of reason is exclusively on Hot Button Radio. You can't even hear Hot Button Radio unless you get the Dash Radio app. And when I tell you Dash is revolutionary, when I tell you it's about to take over and redefine what radio actually is, y'all have no idea. You mean it's a free app and you can download it on your iPhone or your Google, Android, whatever? Man, it's bananas. And guess who's leading the way with that original content? You know it's the voice of reason, Zoe Williams. You know how we do. With that said, you already know Whitney is in the building looking like...
Yeah. It's Friday, man.
Looking like a roasted musketeer candy bar up in this motherfucker. Jesus.
I don't even know what that is, but it sounds... Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay, it's good. At least that's good.
Like a pregnant little Debbie cupcake.
Ew, not pregnant. By the way, hashtag hella not pregnant.
Well, I'm just saying, it's a lot of cream filling in there. You can tell.
Oh.
Anyway, we got Whitney on, but we also have the incomparable Veronica Conway, VC, from the Bay Area. Yay, area. What up, VC?
What's up, y'all? Happy Friday to everybody.
Happy Friday. Congrats to your team, man. The Bay Area is probably live right now.
It's
VC,
turned up right now.
I'm going to come stay with you for the weekend and just party.
No,
I already
you're
know.
from Seattle. You rep Seattle.
I rep Seattle. I don't even have a team, there. But I can go party. Look, I can party. And I know they're turned in the Bay.
So listen, as is commonplace with what we do here on The Voice of Reason, if this is your first time tuning in, this is what we do. We challenge you with crazy relationship topics, right? We say they're crazy, but what they really are difficult. A lot of people have a difficult time having these conversations with their partners, so we want to have the conversation here, and we want to invite you in, not as a fly on the wall, but as a participant. This is how you participate. You get to your phone lines, and you dial what number, Whitney?
The number to dial is 1-844-55-1, ladies and gentlemen.
Do you even know the regular numbers?
I mean, hold on.
Because I don't.
Look,
844-55-1. That's the number to dial. You want to participate because you know the phone lines get bananas. What are the numbers again, Whit?
Like the numbers?
The numbers.
The numbers are 1-844-553-2741.
And with that said, today's topic, who's playing the blame game? The victimhood role in your relationship. Ugh, Jesus. You know I'm about to tweet out all of these questions. I want to get your responses, and I want to read them on the air, but I also want to hear from you. 844-55-1. Who's playing the blame game, victimhood role? Are you blaming it on the alcohol when you lose control? Yikes. I don't know. Let me hear that. Bang that a little bit. Somebody's blaming it on something, and I want to know what you blaming it on. How do we get from victimhood to freedom? The number to dial is 844-55-1. Who plays the victim role the most in relationships? Men or women? Let's let it bang for a minute. It's Friday. Let's get active right now. Give me some of that. Wow. Blame it on something. The victimhood blame game. How does this really impact our relationships, man? Oh, jeez, I got so many questions. What do you guys think? Whitney, have you ever played the blame game?
Yeah, man.
And how did it adversely affect your relationships?
Honestly, I started the blame game at the end, after I had been played, and I heard, like, I ain't gonna lie, I got played. So I'm like, I believed this fool this whole time. That's when I'm like, that's when I needed something to justify why I'm about to go creep on him. Like, let me go creep around or find something. And if he gets all mad, hey, it's because you did it to me. It's easy.
Wow.
It's so easy.
Some old justification of some bull.
That's it. I was like, yo.
Veronica, talk to me about the blame game and its adverse effects on intimate relationships. Is blaming the chief cause for the coochie drying up in a relationship? Does a woman lose respect when a man is always blaming her for something and thus loses her sexual attraction to his punk ass? Speak on it.
Yeah, baby, because, women get only polarized to the masculine. And the real masculinity is fundamentally responsible.
Wow.
Well, and I don't mean that he's responsible for her stuff. He's responsible for his shit.
Would you say responsibility is a key trait to masculinity? But if you were to say yes to that, are you saying irresponsibility or non-responsibility is a key trait for femininity? Because a lot of times people will think one is exclusively monolithic to manhood and not to feminism. Do you think femininity is I think accountable in that way?
I think we have different lanes of responsibility.
Speak on it.
The feminine is supposed to be responsible for what it's responsible for. And the masculine is supposed to be responsible for what it's responsible for. The biggest challenge that we see out here is that people have abdicated their lane, abdicated their responsibility for their lane. I'm not meant to do what is meant for the masculine, nor is he meant to sit on my pretty pillow.
Wow. Wow. Do you think the African American community are the biggest victims in the world? And we play the blame game more than anybody else because of racism and slavery? And because of that positionality, we have inherently weakened our communities and thus intimate relationships? Gang, 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 gang.
I think that we've been victimized. We have certainly been victimized by the dominant culture. There's no mistaking that. And the victimization that we've experienced at the hand of white supremacy is some of the most brutal victimization on the face in the history of mankind. So that's the first thing. So, unfortunately, what happens is that gets encoded in our DNA. That gets encoded in our cultural memory. And so it's our job and our responsibility to extricate ourselves from a victim mindset, even though we shouldn't have to. I mean, it's not, it happened to us, but we have to deal with what happened to us and heal ourselves from it.
I'm going to say this right now. It's Own Your Shit Friday. If you want to call me and just publicly own your shit, you can do that right now. 844-55-1. It's time to be accountable. I think accountability is one of those cornerstones for high-functioning relationships. And if the other person is always the problem, you're guaranteed to be living in a rebound relationship regardless of who the person is. That's what I believe, right? So today, the phone line's open right now. Own Your Shit Fridays. If you want to own your responsibility for some shit that went down that you never owned up to, you could do that today. Let's get some truth going today. 844-55-1. That's the number to dial. Veronica, I have a quick question for you. What did it feel like when you came into that understanding? Like, I have to tell the truth. I gotta own this shit. I'm the reason, or here are the things that I was in control of that led to the meltdown of this relationship, and I gotta own that shit first. How did that feel when you came to that revelation in your life?
Well, the process, and I take people through this kind of process, and the process that I've been taken through and that I've been through it's terrifying because to own responsibility for everything that happens to you is fundamentally painful. And what you have to go back and square off with is the parts of you that were fearful, that sold out on yourself, that sold out on your truth. In other words, you have to go back and revisit that stuff. That's the painful part, is the revisiting of your stuff. What is on the other side of it is ecstasy, is power, is truth, is things accrue to you, like out of nowhere. I think that until we take that fundamental responsibility, we cannot really engage in the law of attraction because that lack of responsibility is always blocking your stuff from getting to you.
Wait a minute. You're telling me that the blame game victimhood mentality is operating with the law of attraction and bringing you more shit to blame on other people? Speak to that.
If you don't clear it out of your nervous system and out of your field and out of your subconscious mind, hell yeah. Because listen, make no mistake, the chemicals that get fired off in the brain or when people are in a victim state are as addictive as heroin. Not more addictive.
Mm-hmm. There's a movie out there called What the Bleep Do We Know? Go find the movie, What the Bleep Do We Know? And they talk about the neural patterns that get created like grooves in a record from thinking the same bullshit limiting beliefs, right? So let me get deeper.
Yep.
What about all the bitch ass niggas out there who blame the sister for what's wrong with the African American community? Wow. What does that look like? What kind of victimhood blaming positionality is masculinity taking when he blames femininity, black femininity, for the ills of our community? Is she solely to blame? Isn't there some culpability in his functionality in community? Talk to us right now, 844-55-1. Whitney?
That's like, I love our topics because they get so real for me. Like, I just literally had to have like a victimization intervention with my friends. So when Veronica said it's, playing the victim is almost like being addicted to heroin, it's insane because I'm telling her things like, you should probably do this. Well, it's his fault and he's no, like people just really need to take accountability and just handle shit, like handle it. Like that's it for me.
I love Whitney. She just be on some real-yonaire. She plays the real-yonaire role.
In the hood? In the
fucking naked ass. I will sop your ass up with a lace biscuit. I'm sorry. She just shouldn't have came in here with just lace on. Fuck.
Lace?
She's in here in just lace.
Hey, it's Friday.
I'm telling you, it's a summertime muff in the building
get
right
ready.
now.
Shit is about to get real. As soon as summer gets hotter, as soon as it gets hotter, I'm going to be just, hey guys.
I'm
Where
saying.
your clothes at? My bad. I came from a pool party. If that makes anybody else feel any more comfortable, I don't know.
I'm just saying. I'm uncomfortable.
I feel better with me.
I'm uncomfortable. I done had a Red Bull and everything. I'm uncomfortable.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
I'm just saying, though, I want the brothers to call in. Brothers, this is a call to action. 844-55-1. The lines are still open. They cracking, but they're open. 844-55-1. I want the brothers to call in and acknowledge and be responsible, because you never know what young kids, what young brothers. We got a lot of young kids, college students listening to this show, and we affect them in positive ways. I want brothers to call in and give them examples right now, today, of what responsible men look like when we own our shit, when we stand in our power and say, my relationship broke down because I did this, right? My last relationship broke down because I lost my cool and she couldn't take it. And she shook the spot. See, I can use myself. I lost my cool. She shook the spot. I ain't heard from her since. It happens, right? Come on, call in, own your shit today. This is Own Your Shit Fridays. Because we're talking about the blame game, and being accountable is the polar opposite of blaming somebody for what's wrong in your life. How many of you motherfuckers have made a living out of blaming somebody else for what went wrong in your shit? Yikes. We know a lot of niggas. Apparently, motherfuckers' faces is curled up in the studio like, damn.
So much.
I don't know. Am I calling niggas out? I don't know. But I do know that there are a lot of bitch-made motherfuckers out here in the streets that will blame women, that will blame everybody but their decision-making process. How do you even recognize when you are making a bad choice, right? How do you even recognize that process? And then after it's over, go back and say, this is where this bullshit started when I did this. How many times is it, well, had you not have done this? How many times you heard somebody say that? Had you not have done this? Our relationship would be here if you would have. Wait a minute. What lesson did I bring to you that you somehow missed and blamed me for? Yikes.
It's like a circle, though. I feel like that's people, 2015, people, that's how they do things. They just point and point and point, because that way you don't got to be hot. Told you, dumbass. You know what I mean?
Listen, everybody's buzzing right now off the Farrakhan interview with the Breakfast Club. Dude, I say the fucking same thing. Before the black community is ever going to heal from its ills, we got to go inside and be accountable for what we do. Farrakhan said the same thing in that interview. We got to go police our own community. We got to check the side busters in our community, right? We got to check the imbalanced belief peddlers in our communities. And that could be religious, that could be political, that could be media, on air, YouTube, whatever. We got to check them. If we don't check them, then blaming white supremacy turns into our new religion. See, some people label me a pro-black. Listen, let me tell you what I am. I'm a fucking dragon Moor. I spit fire. I will burn your bitch ass up. And you better keep your distance, right? If you don't want the truth to send your punk ass. That's how I get down, right? And I'm like this verbally, intellectually, and definitely physically. I'm one of them niggas, if I can't sit down and have a conversation with you, I know stupidity responds positively, favorably to a good old-fashioned ass whooping. See, intellectual people respond to intellectual stimulus. Dumb people respond to aggression. Now, if I speak to you intellectually, I know sometimes I'm over your head, but your soul should tell you to humble out when you're in the room when somebody's smarter than you. I'm just saying, I'm just saying, how do we, as a culture, as a society, right, get on that shit and just say, we're responsible for where we are today. I'm in a car on the way up here and I'm talking to this sister, right? And she telling me about her dude who's a dope dealer. She been with him for 20 years. She got 2 kids. And her whole mind is shifting to another space. And it's bigger than where he at, right? He hating on her because she's doing her thing. And she's like, listen, the way he thinks is too small. She in the car giving me all the game. I said, listen, first off, this is what I tell the little young niggas on my block. Because her dude is 37 years old. She's 37. So I'm telling her, this is what I tell the young thug members on my block. End game, nigga, it's chess. Beginning, middle, end game. You a thug, you a blood, you Inglewood family for how long? Right? You selling dope, whoop, 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 for how long? What's your end game? And if you selling dope, what is the purpose of having money? Is your purpose for having money flossing? Is your purpose for having money to get the latest Jordans? That's stupid. When a fucking Chick-fil-A franchise costs $15,000. How about it? What if you repurposed your money? What if you got the dope money or whatever you're doing and you said, you know what, I'm going to raise and see it as raising. How about it? Using your people to raise, right? See it as raising. I'm going to make $200,000 or $300,000 and then I'm out, right? But too many people are after a benchmark social template lifestyle, right? I want to live like Tony Montana. You want a piece of me? You're right. They want to live that life, right? And I was saying, what if he raised his bread and got out of the game, bought a Chick-fil-A, then bought what most people don't recognize, that the ATM machines years ago were deregulated. I owned an ATM machine. An ATM machine is passive income of at least $5,000 a month. While you're asleep, an ATM machine is working, depending on its location. So you spend $15,000 on a Chick-fil-A. You buy your own fucking ATM machine. People got to use the ATM machine to buy the food. You making bread hand over fist and you're not out in the streets. So who can black people blame for that mentality? And the sister that was talking to me on the way up here had an idea. She was like, fuck, I'm trying to expand and this nigga's hating on my expansion.
Right.
Hating on my expansion? Who you blaming for the way you live? Who you blaming for the way you think? Yo, this is Accountable Friday.
Hey.
Own your shit Friday, motherfuckers. Get at me, 844-55-1. We taking a quick break, and when I come back, the phone lines, bitches!
We in here. Yo, what's good, guys? It's your girl, Miss Tabor. We're back in the Dash Studios. Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. It's your girl, Miss Tabor. Hey, we're talking about the blame game. Who's to blame for your failures in life, your successes in life, your love, your relationships, your money? Who is to blame? Today, we're taking accountability for the things that, could have been better.
Wow.
So give us a call. Give us a call at 1-844-55-1 and let us know.
Wow.
Crazy.
Do you think black people singing "We Shall Overcome" is like a victimhood ritual? That every time you recite that fucking spell, you're always singing from the positionality of subordination? Someday we gonna overcome. At some point, well, to say we haven't overcome is to say we're still slaves or we're still marginalized, right? And if we are, is it life imitating art, or is it art imitating life? Or what do they say? They call it a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's crazy, right? Music is a ritual. Speak to it, Veronica. We know you there.
Okay, we have to check. Well, I used to think that, but I saw something on the internet this past week that was very powerful, and it talked about how the assumption has been that Negro spirituals are sort of just, songs of woe, but in fact, somebody did an analysis of them and realized that it was coded to have messaging to help other slaves escape. That many of the Negro spirituals were actually ways to sing so that they could notify people when Massa was on the planet, all kinds of stuff. But it was actually coded so that it could help other slaves escape. I think that the whole narrative that we've been so passive and all of that is a bunch of bullshit. I think that in many respects we have flexed real power at times, but that gets overlooked a lot in the dominant narrative because people don't want black folks realizing that they can be about the damn revolution. They don't want us knowing that about ourselves.
So how how do we police or how do we hold accountable the black massa, right? Before we even get to white massa, how do we get to black massa? Hold him accountable. And sometimes that black massa is within us, right? How do we get to that dude? The dude that I consider to be the gatekeeper, right? It could be a female, it could be a guy, whoever. How do we hold those people accountable? I want to know. The phone lines are open, 844-55-1. I see them flashing. I see people calling. I see it. I'm going to get to y'all. I want you, brothers. What today is Own Your Shit Friday. And I really want brothers to call in and own their shit. I own my shit. You know, I'm a fucking hothead. That's one of my weaknesses. I am... No, yeah. It's bad. It's ugly, right? It's ugly. I can be really ugly, you know. That's one of my weaknesses. I've been working on it since I was 17. And those who know me, will tell you, like, oh, he's come light years since he was younger. But that's one of my weaknesses. I own it, you know. I'm not the easiest motherfucker to get along with. I own it, right? Inflexible. It's a lot of shit I got going on. Own Your Shit Friday is today. We're trying to be accountable. We want to be the polar opposite of the blaming, weak, minded simpleton. Always somebody else's fault for your blow-ups, for your meltdowns, for your relationship failures. Phone lines are open. I want to hear from some folk. Who do we have on the line, Whitney?
Let's go to line 4, my guy Trayvon from Virginia. Virginia, what's poppin'? Y'all are in the building. Voice of reason, let me hear ya.
What's up, Zoe? What's up, ladies?
What up, bro?
Yeah, I think we really, as a people, we're all victims at the end of the day. But we have the spirit to, revolution ourselves from the dominant society. And I think it's time, too, because it's 2015. We really need to pair up and reunite,
Hey, man, I appreciate the call, brother. And I agree with you. No one is responsible.
I can't wait for Sharknado 3 to come out, too. 5150 Nation, bro.
I got you, pimp. Thank you for the shout out. Wasn't quite funny. Got to work on your joke game, but we will roll with you. 5150 in the building. Appreciate it. Who else we got?
Let's go line 3. I believe it is Diallo from Atlanta. Diallo, what's poppin'? You're in the voice of reason.
What up, Zoe? About time I got through, bro.
Word up.
I'm Atlanta, born and raised, though, in Metro Detroit. But,
got you.
You mentioned, man, about how part of the syndrome of always blaming somebody else for our meltdown, especially in relationships, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just looking at the research, man, and just looking at my life in general, all of the relationship failures were ultimately affected by the greater master within.
Say more. Yes.
It was my emotional state was manipulated to the point to where I was confused on manhood as a black male. Confused, brother. Totally confused. Buying in to the irrational belief of inclusion, but I'm trying to adapt myself to ways that are not only foreign but hostile to me.
Wait, hold on, brother, because I got to give you another 30 seconds. You got to really lay this back out here, because, dude, you graduated. You graduated to manhood. You called and gave us an example of masculine responsibility. This dude just said he was emotionally confused, brother. Y'all bitch asses better get to the phone lines. Making a call will cleanse the bitch in you. 844-55-1. Call in. Accountable Fridays. Own Your Shit Fridays. This brother just did it. Diallo from ATL. Can we get a little bit more of this confession? This is a
man,
real.
keep it going. I like.
This is accountability confession. Get at it, brother.
it started, man, as a child, not having a direct example of a man bit by bit, piece by piece, or like the Christians say, line upon line, precept upon precept, here a little, there a little. There was no clear definition to understand my emotions or to define my masculinity as a black male. So I took false images from television, from some fronting in the street, from really effeminate, over machoized men in the street, and football and wrestling, all these ideals.
Yo.
Right? But all this shit just served to confuse me, because in a relationship with a woman, none of them fit when it came to love or respect or consideration, basic consideration. It was all about me and this egomaniac that this country had built in a black male.
Wow.
So insecure, I can't even admit I have no way to see this clearly, or I don't have really a basis for this. I'm just going to feel it and go with it.
Wow.
Or somebody going to do it in front of me and I'm going to run with it. You know?
Brother, I ain't got nothing.
I'm not given room to even talk about this shit.
Brother, I have nothing but the utmost respect for you for doing that. This is what this platform is about, man. Thank you so much. Ashe. Thank you, man. So, with that said, he just gave you an example on how to do it.
That's how you do it.
On your shit Friday.
And you know what I like about that caller? He admitted at first, you know what, I was fucked up. I didn't have da-da-da-da. But he taught himself to learn how to become that man he didn't know how to be because no one taught him. That's why, yeah, man. Wow. Shout out to Atlanta right there.
I'm just saying, today's show is victimhood blaming. Blaming everybody but yourself.
I think that's like, on a female perspective of that, any man who ever says anything like that, like, well, why don't you have a job, Ray Ray? Oh, because, if you say anybody else besides your lazy ass for sitting on the couch, then I can't fuck with you. Like, it's a turnoff. That type of nigga is a turnoff all of the way.
This song says, bitch, don't kill my vibe.
Killer.
So, the real vibe killer is the bitch within men.
Preach.
So, at the end of the day, call the bitch out in yourself before you call the bitch out in your life.
Yeah, and don't get mad when the bitches call you out, because I'll call a nigga out quick for acting like a bitch.
And there's Whitney.
Pow. Boom. I'm just saying, niggas get so mad when I call them on their bullshit. It's like, if you don't look in the mirror and call yourself out for being a bitch, then somebody's got to do it, and I'm sorry, it's me.
And doesn't the unresolved bitch in a man magnetize the bitch, calls her forth into his life so the bitch in him can be exercised out? 844-55-1. Who want to speak on this shit?
Let me at that.
Go in there.
Veronica said, let me at it.
She's tagging in.
Go ahead, Veronica.
No, here's what really happens. Here's how the shit functions here on this planet. If the man is if he is occupying her pillow, if he is in a feminine polarity, if he's in a feminine lane, then she has no choice but to masculinize in order to compensate for his femininity. So what happens is, when you talk about women that are bitter, that are masculine, that are controlling, oftentimes it comes from having dealt with feminized men. She'll lose respect for him, and she won't even know why. It's because he's occupying her pillow. So
he's occupying her pillow. Wow. You know what, Veronica? I'm going to put your ass on mute for that.
Oh.
That shit was so powerful, we need a pause. Just need to pause and just...
soak it in.
This bitch is occupying his bitch's pillow.
Well, she said it very, like, I like the way Veronica said it.
No, I'm going to say it the way NWA would say it. The bitch in you is pillow talking with the bitch in your life. Fuck.
No, it's one thing in
the
that
cycle of bitchdom.
It just keeps going. The one thing I can't stand is women. This is me. I'm a woman. Hello. This is me. Women who stroke the ego or hype up bitch ass niggas when you know for a fact that he ain't shit. You know for a fact he's a lame ass nigga. You know for a fact, but yet you're still stroking their egos. Like you're fucking it up for the rest of us. Because they all think,
okay, Whitney, you're taking it out.
I'm going in. I'm just saying, though, I feel like it's almost worse. The women who pretend that the dope dealers and all these niggas who ain't really doing shit are killing it, and they're like, oh, my God. Nah, man. Call them out on their bullshit. Hashtag really.
Wow. But, I mean, the flip side, too, is this. Ladies, get to your phone lines, 844-55-1. You cannot blame the bitch in him for you ignoring your intuition in choosing him.
Boom.
How about that?
I know.
I want women to call in and get hella accountable today too. Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah. Right? This Own Your Shit Wednesday or Own Your Shit Friday. What I want to know from women, call in and tell me the time you ignored your intuition. I want to know. Call in and tell me when you said, fuck what the inner God in me is saying about him. He cute.
Oh, damn it.
I fucked him because I was superficial. I just liked the way he looked. Call in and own your shit. You ignored the God in you for the fraud in him. 844-55-1. Callers, Ishmael from Dallas. Line 4, get at me. Ishmael. What's up, man? I can't hear you. Turn him up a little bit. I got you, Ish. Okay? Yeah, I got you now. What's up?
How's everyone?
We good, brother.
What's up, Ishmael?
Hey, about all of us in general, our ancestors, when we were in chains, we made a covenant with God that if we able to get out of this, we're going to do this and that. So as long as we're not living up to that covenant, we're going to continue until we fulfill that covenant. We're going to continue to be in this situation.
Wow.
You kind of see what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes. We listening to you, brother. Can he hear us? We hear you, brother.
I'm sorry, yeah. Oh, my bad. Okay. It moved over to my headset.
Look at you. Look at you blaming us. Can y'all hear me?
Don't blame the technology.
See what I mean? You just blamed us. You just showed us what you about.
and you know, I don't know how much you missed or whatever. I think our ancestors made a covenant a long time ago.
I got it. Well, brother, listen. We appreciate you hanging on the line. We thank you for sharing that. Maybe we got to live up to some past covenant that we entered into. Brother brings up a great point. If you agree or disagree, holla at us, 844-55-1. We got callers on the line. Let's get active. Ronan, Naptown. We lost Ronan. I want number 3, Ronan from the Nap. Napolis.
Hey,
get at us.
Family?
What's up, bro?
Family?
Hey.
Yeah, Team Tabor, what's good?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, y'all, listen, let me just say this real quick. Follow me at Zoe Williams. I'm about to tweet out some Team Tabor shots that were just sent to me, goddammit.
We got a few. What's up, Ronan?
Well, the thing is, with me taking a hiatus, I had to realize that I was guilty of trying to fix fragmented females. And in trying to do that, I ended up exposing a lot of the brokenness within myself. Ooh. Because in dealing with them, I started seeing, in sleeping with them, I started, absorbing the stuff that they were going through. I ended up being codependent. I'm not even a codependent individual. But when I saw that, not only did I have to break it up, but I had to sit there and basically purge all that bullshit out of my spirit. So I took about, a few years just to get my stuff right because it was just 2 females back to back. And the fucked up part was I would get along with their families great. It's just they let their needs to have them fix their daughters, and it wasn't possible. And in some ways, I felt like a failure. And so I had to accept the accountability that I was attracting the very thing that was within me. So that's what it was.
Wow. I live there, man. I appreciate that. Ronan is always coming in, dropping some old profound shit, man. We appreciate it.
Word.
Listen, you brought Naptown in the building. Diallo brought Atlanta in the building. Who wants to be the next man to step up to the plate to own his shit? What is today's show? The subtitle of it? It's Own Your Shit Friday.
Boom.
Why? Because we want to get rid of the victims in our community, man. We got a lot of victims, always blaming somebody, right? Let me tell you something. Acknowledging a problem is not putting blame on it. Like, I do multiple shows where I try to uncover, whether it be the government matrix, the ideological matrix. Like, if you watch, you can watch my So What morning show. We cover a lot of shit. We did a show where we reclaimed the word nigger, right? Because most linguists, because they're teaching a particular narrative, will only take the word nigger back to Spain. But you can take that word nigger further back than Spain, and you'll find out that the word nigger actually means God. NGR, nigger, right? Negus, negus, right? The Ethiopians, negus, right? Which is the word for king, sovereign God king, negus. The word Nigeria, right? Niger means God, or means king and queen. Nigeria is feminine, right? In the Far East, the serpent, the Nagas, right? All this shit means God. So isn't that a stroke of fucking genius to make the most vile word in the world nigger so black people can hate it so they can never reconnect to its original meaning? Right? But for some reason, we still held on to it, right? So the point that I'm making is we do all of these shows that challenge your belief systems, that challenge your ideology, so you can then become the author of it and rewrite it. So when you are the author of anything, are you not inherently responsible for the thing you authored? So if you're not the author of your social narrative, you can't do shit but blame people. Well, if you would have wrote my narrative better, if you would have wrote my character in your story better, I could have acted it out better. Bitch asses. Call in and own your shit today. Stop blaming people. 844-55-1. Here's some other shit I can own up to. When I was young, I fucked women with no purpose. I didn't fuck for a reason. Right? Let me just say what I mean by that. Women have always been attracted to me, and not just on a physical note. It's been on a mental thing. And because when I was younger, I was very insecure about what I looked like. In other words, I didn't think I was handsome, or I didn't think I was cute. And to be perfectly honest with you, in 97, when I met Kool Mo D, it was Kool Mo D who said, nigga, you don't understand your effect on people. You can't be hella intelligent and attractive. That fucks with people. That puts them in an awkward kind of feeling. First off, smartness already invokes insecurity in other people who don't see themselves as smart as you. I never saw myself as some brilliant motherfucker. So when I'm fucking with girls, I was like, shit, I'm lucky to be here. Fuck. Thank you for allowing me into the sanctum. And I had no purpose, and I was unaware of my effect on them. They were really loving on me, and I was waking them up to a love they didn't know that they could share. But I didn't really give a fuck about it because I was unaware of me. This is accountable. Own your shit Friday, motherfuckers.
There it is.
Somebody call me and own they shit right now. 844-55-1. Mike, DC, you brought DC into the building. Holler at me.
Hey, what's up, pimp?
What's up, pimp? What's up, Mike?
Money Mike's in the building.
Not a bread topic, man. Not a bread topic, man. I ain't gonna lie. I always like this saying, and this saying always resonates to me. With it says the victim blames and the accountable person claims. And with that, what I mean that is, I ain't gonna lie. I used to attract all kinds of women. I used to attract women that steal. I used to attract women that do drugs. I used to attract women that was just, they was just toxic. I just think like the only way, and I kept blaming women, and I kept blaming myself, like, damn, why am I attracting these type of women? And it wasn't really getting me nowhere. So the only way I had to climb that ladder of greatness was I had to learn how to be responsible. And I was like, I think people don't know how to check themselves. I think people don't know how to self-reflect. So I was like, damn, well, maybe if I change the way I think, maybe if I change my thought process, or maybe I change the way I interact, I would have started attracting better. So I just think, like, once you start claiming your shit, and once you accept the truth as your ally, you will start attracting more truthful people. Ooh. Like, you're a good person, you're going to attract a good person. If you're attracting a bitch or attracting a nigga that sells drugs, then you got to self-reflect and be like, who are you? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Wow, man.
Well, then I was a bitch-ass nigga at one point in my life.
What's up, Mike? Way to come in here, pimp, and lay it down,
man,
Mike.
Mike's got me sitting here like, God, man, I was fucked up then. I had a couple fucked up ones a while ago, man.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't care how many baggies Whitney or Veronica got, I still date them.
Hey, Mike. That's why you're my favorite, Mike.
I'm gonna tell you, dude, it's for real. The shit is real up in here in the studio tonight. Appreciate you, Mike. Thanks for the call. Phone lines is on. They cracking 844-55-1. 844-55-1. Listen, this is the only place in the world you can hear the world-famous Voice of Reason. If you're new to the Voice of Reason, we got our start maybe 10 years ago now. Jamie Foxx said, you know what, we're going to put the Voice of Reason on the foxhole. But then it stayed there for 4.5 years. We killed the game. Then my big homie, Jeff Schimmel, was like, yo, I'm doing hot button radio. You got to bring that brand back.
Bringing it back.
And we up in here against Joe Neck. We do these type of topics where we challenge you. I done told you before, the only way to get hot button, you got to go to Dash Radio. Download the app, iPhone, Google. I see you. DJ Always got the app showing it right now. It's been refurbished. It's even slicker.
Looks so good.
It's fly.
It's so cute.
Hot Button Radio is where you find us. 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, from 5 to 7 p.m. We want to challenge you. Listen, don't listen to me if you don't want to get challenged.
Don't do it.
Don't listen to me if you don't want to be irritated. Men, call and purge your inner bitch. Claim responsibility for the bullshit you haven't claimed responsibility for. Right? Call and claim that shit today. We want to do the opposite of what the blamers do, of what the perpetual victims do. Listen, let's get into the narcissism associated with blame. Let's get into the narcissism associated with victimhood. You mean to tell me your ass is perfect all the time and anything that happens to you didn't happen because of you? It just happens to you? Randomly? Get your puss ass out of here. We're about to take a quick break. I'll be back at 2.2. Voice of Reason. Yikes. Victimhood shit, man. Is it attractive for someone to display passive-aggressive, self-defeating, and almost masochistic qualities? Right? Shit hurts, man. Do you feel pity for this person to the point of wanting to upgrade them? True or false? People who feel powerless usually resort to the passive-aggressive mode because they have difficulty acknowledging their own anger. Man, this is crazy stuff, man, we're asking here today. True or false? Narcissists are not in touch with their own feelings. They project those feelings via blaming others and are not capable of empathy. True or false, man? Are you in a position where you can't even approach your partner because you know they're going to be defensive and not take responsibility or accountability for whatever problem that you're trying to have addressed? I mean, this is a real situation. How difficult is it for a fragile self-esteem, right? A person with fragile self-esteem. How difficult is it for them to be accountable, to hold themselves accountable for what they experience? Ladies and gentlemen, if you just tuned into the Voice of Reason, this is what we're talking about, the blame game. The relationship didn't work because it was somebody else's fault. right? Or I'm in this conflict, I'm in this beef, I'm in this disagreement because of somebody else. The shit just randomly chose you like the lottery to experience it. If you're just tuning in, I want men and women to call in today. Today is Own Your Shit Friday. Why is it Own Your Shit Friday? Well, the polar opposite of blaming and victimhood is something called accountability. It's an opportunity right now to own your shit. I'm gonna own some more of my shit. My son, my youngest son, Naeem, I love him dearly. This motherfucker is so beautiful. Oh my God, I'm gonna post a picture of him on Twitter so y'all can see him. He is 13 years old, already got a mustache. He is the chocolate version of me. When I tell this motherfucker was made in the Hershey's chocolate factory. He is beautiful, right? But he wasn't born out of love. Just fucking his mom. Trying to escape some bullshit I was going through with my other children's mother and wind up getting her pregnant. I was sexually irresponsible. Own your shit, motherfuckers. If I can do it, you can do it. Right? That shit has caused a lot of hell, a lot of grief, a lot of disappointment on her side. Because why? I woke up the love in her and I was seeding her with deception. So any bullshit I get from her is warranted. Who wants to own their shit like that? Who wants to really be a man tonight? And a woman.
Yes.
I done told you about that intuition shit y'all ignore all the time. Veronica, you want to speak on what I'm talking about right now? Is this real tonight?
This is real.
Where Veronica at? Hey, Dean, can we get Veronica?
Here we go, Dean now.
Veronica, where are you? We'll come back to Veronica. We got crazy. Where's Veronica? She's on line 1. Okay, this dude is the devil.
No.
Dean.
You guys me?
Yeah, we got you. Now we got you. I'm about to beat Dean up. He done did this show 84 times. He knows how it runs. But Veronica, are you listening to what I'm saying tonight?
Yes, I'm listening to what you're saying. And I just want to say, though, I love you for telling that truth.
Come on, man. That's what it is.
Because that is a really powerful thing to say, is that, you know, this is a choice I made, and this is the consequences of that choice. And I think that in a certain way, what's beautiful about what you're doing is now it all has an opportunity to actually heal.
Right.
It's like, because when we are in denial about what we've done, it's like a scab over the wound. It never gets a chance to heal. Right? Because it never sees the light of day. Right? Truth is the light. Right? And so when we have the courage to shine light in these dark places and spaces where we feel guilt and shame and all kinds of stuff, then it all has a chance to air out, and then we can be free. But until we do that, it's really difficult. It's excruciating when it first comes, when you start the conversation, but it's bliss on the other side of it.
Wow.
It's only hard to start the conversation.
Whitney?
You know me, man. You know I'm just on some hashtag realionaire. Just be fucking real. It is dope, like Veronica said too, like Zoe, for you to be able to just say that to everybody that's listening is dope as fuck. Like that's what accountability is. Men, take notes. Be real. Just be, I mean, the truth does hurt, but man, at the end of the day, that's what we all have been saying we need.
I just want to see somebody else do it. Join me. We can heal this community, right? 844-55-1, that's the number to dial. Let's bring in our OG homegirl, celebrity psychic medium. You know she's another realionaire. She gonna keep it realer than motherfucking $2 bills.
Hey.
She gonna keep it real. Heka activated just joined the whole get down.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, Heka.
Whitney.
What up, boo thang?
Hey. Well, oh my goodness, do I have something to say about this topic? I just really think that, no, really, I just think that the best healing, just like Veronica just said, for anyone is owning their own faults in all situations. If you can't own your faults in whatever the situation is, then you can't be healed from whatever the situation has brought, or the hurt that the situation has brought upon you. For instance, I've been dealing with a lot for my children over the last several weeks, and I really had to take a moment to give all of this some thought. And I realized that even though I couldn't see anything that I had done to deserve all that I was going through with them in this lifetime, after I went through some serious meditation, some quietness, and just really got into myself, I became aware that the experiences that I was having with my children now came as a result of my inability to be a nurturing, supporting mother in a past life. So I was forced to go deeper, to heal and forgive myself for past mistakes. And I say all that to say that if you don't handle your business in this lifetime, you better believe you will have to do it in another lifetime. Woo! Because every situation that we've ever experienced is imprinted on our souls. So wherever we go, we're carrying it with us for eternity. So we have to deal with that stuff.
Wow. That shit is heavy than a motherfucker. I want to hear. Ladies, don't be afraid to call. I know I could be a little harsh. I know. I could be a little demanding. I know. But there's an opportunity right now to just tell the truth. Let's get the truth out. Own that shit. Veronica just spoke on it. When you own the mess you created, you give it an opportunity to be replaced by what it is you actually want. Owning is part of the deconstruction of the wound. I don't think motherfuckers heard that. That's just, come on now. Let's do it. 844-55-1, that's the number to dial. LB, holla at me right now while this beat is cracking.
So what is up?
What's up, fam?
With your boy.
I'm turned up. You know what it is.
Yeah, I call him all the time. Hey, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm a young man. I done had some. I done done some foul shit. I done some shit that, you know what I mean, karma came back and hit me, and I wasn't walking around like, you know, oh, why this happened to me? Why am I going through this shit? You just gotta own up to what you do as a man. You know what I mean? And if you out here, you know what I'm saying, doing people wrong, it's gonna come back to you. So I took that, and I had to really, you know, kind of turn my life around when it comes to women, and just start keeping it real. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I remember Corey was talking about it one day where he was like, he kind of just told everything. You know what I mean? And left nothing to hide. You just feel good after that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I done some shit where, you know, you could call it bitch shit, you can call it whatever, but you know what I mean? No man is perfect. No man can call in here and say they ain't never done no crazy shit like that. You know what I mean? So.
Wow, that's good shit, man. I appreciate you for standing on the truth, man. Listen, truth is tantamount to masculinity. It's tantamount to human evolution. You can't evolve unless you're in your truth. I appreciate you, brother. Let's keep it cracking. Who else want to get at me right now? It's Own Your Shit Friday. 844-55-1. Own Your Shit Friday. We got Jay from Dallas. Holla at me, Jay.
Jay, what's poppin'?
Hello?
Hey,
What's up,
Jay.
Mike?
Hey, what's up, man? How y'all doing?
We turned up. You see what it is.
Fabulous, darling.
All right. Thank y'all for having me. I had to call in when I saw T. Tabor's photo.
Yes, you did. God damn it.
Woo! She'll get it down here in Oak Cliff, baby.
Hey, where that at, though?
Hotter than a light-skinned habanero. Jesus.
That's South Dallas for you folks that don't know where it's at.
Okay.
Anywho, man, I can tell y'all like this, man. One of my faults is that I have a serious trust issue for people in general from some stuff stemming from my childhood.
I got you.
I've always seen the worst in people off top. But my big thing is that I would love for people to just be honest. That's my thing. Be honest about everything that you do. I'm 27 years old. Shout out to the 80s babies.
Hey.
You know, and you just have to be honest. In your relationships and life, if you be honest, people will be more honest with you, hopefully, sometimes. But shit, it's so much bullshit out here. it's hard to get that out. I have to fight my girlfriend for the truth. You get what I'm saying? I had to teach her, hey, don't be scared of what I'm gonna say. Just go ahead and tell me and put the cards on the table.
Right.
And let me choose.
Right.
That's where I'm at, man. I appreciate y'all for taking my call. I'm gonna start calling in more, man. I appreciate it.
For sure, man. This is real shit right now.
Yeah, thank you, Dallas.
This is real shit right now. Who want to tell the truth tonight?
That's it. We need more truth.
I guarantee you, I promise you're going to feel better if you do it.
It's like weight lifted.
Heka, I know you want to expound on it. Go ahead, expound on it a little more.
Well, no, I just want to say I don't care what situations we're in and who we're in those situations with. We could always take a look at the whole situation and see where we could have done something wrong ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what it is, and I don't care who it is. I mean, even if you could have said something differently, or even the way you said something, or one of the words that you use, it's always something that you could find that you yourself could apologize for, or something that you yourself could have done differently to make things better. That's all I want to say.
Is there a difference between an apology and owning up to something? What is the difference between the two? Veronica, Whitney, Heka, I need y'all to speak on that. Then I'm going back to the phone lines, which are blazing.
For me, myself, literally, like, if you do honestly feel sorry for doing somebody wrong, that's, apologizing. But taking accountability, that, like, I fucked up, man. Look, I fucked up. That's it. I don't know. So I came from a party. Let me tell you, I'm still in the party. I ain't gonna lie. Your girl's still kicking it. Veronica, what do you think?
I think that owning, in the deepest sense of owning something, you know Angela Dumas, though, and her work is really about owning every little sliver of every little thing that you've done, every little fear, every little thing. I mean, there is accountability, and there's like Angela's version of accountability, right? But so an apology is, I think, one thing. I think getting down in there and being willing to investigate all of the places that led you to like a bad decision, that led you to hurt somebody, all of your backstory, I think really investigating that is the thing that gives it the opportunity to actually be free. That's it's difficult work, but I think that's the work. And so I think the real work is much more intense than an apology.
Wow. Listen, let me just go deeper here. If you've been verbally abusive, women to your men to your women, call in and own it today. Call in and release that energy, right? If you've been verbally abusive, if you've been emotionally abusive, right? Call in. Own it. It's time. Own Your Shit Fridays, 844-55-1. The phone lines is cracking right now.
They definitely are.
What's up?
Well, I was just going to say, too, one thing you just said. It's like, where is the line drawn when it comes to being too real? Is that like the hating line? Like, I'm trying to make you accountable for your own bullshit, but a lot of the times I'll say something to somebody and they'll take offense to it, like I'm being an asshole or a hater or mean. But realistically, I'm trying to have you see the bullshit that you're putting out in the universe.
So let me help you with that. A person who's playing hide and seek with themselves, their true self, is a liar by default. And so when the truth comes a knocking, they either defend or they run. They either fight the truth or they run.
Yeah.
So again, if you see something that not only do they can see, but they refuse to see. This is what makes a person ignorant. This is why I believe ignorant or ignorance, I fall into the root word of it, which is ignore. So to ignore something is a willful, conscious act. Yep. Like, I know this shit is over here and I choose to ignore it. You see what I'm saying? That's when you know you're dealing with a liar. And if you're dealing with a liar in any way, shape, or form, it's best to get out, but it's also best to stay a little and observe why they're there in the first place. Because it might be something reflecting back to you that you can take ownership for you so they can fall out of your life organically.
There it is. Okay.
She's 844-55-1. This is crazy. D-Lo, Utah is in the building. The Utes. What up, you? D-Lo. You.
I don't know where this country ass shit
What
came
up,
from.
you?
That shit is hilarious.
My brother is from Utah.
Hey,
You.
you
Speak up, D-Lo.
Look, you better say something or you're gonna get.
What up, D? I can hear him. What up, D? You there, bro? We can hear you. Speak on it or we're going to have to bounce.
No, my name's not D-Lo, it's D-Vo, and I'm from Las Vegas.
Oh,
D-Vo from Vegas. Now, listen, D.
He just D-Bo'd me. Jeez.
Okay. D-Vo from LV. What up, LV? Holla at us.
Not too much. What I was going to say is I always had a certain nature in my whole entire life since I was a kid. My motto's always been do no harm. And with that being said, as I grew, I realized that you can do harm without trying to do harm. Even though you're trying to be productive, you have to realize that maybe the other person can't handle what you're saying. You have to give it to them in a different way. And with that being said, you're responsible for how you communicate. I'm one of those type of people. I don't really tell you stuff. You have to ask me questions. Otherwise, unless you're doing something that's actually affecting me, I'm not going to actually sit there and spew things at you because it's not my place to do that, nor am I interested in doing that. But by being in a relationship over time, that does occur because in a relationship, people affect you. And I learned from being in my relationship that, well, I'll say that the girl I was with, I nicknamed her Fluff, so you can go from there. Very fluffy, very sweet, but just had a lot of damage in her life, I guess. So a lot of times I'll end up talking to her in a certain manner that I would talk to myself and realize she doesn't understand nor can she handle it.
Wow.
And by doing that, it made things be constructive. So it's like, this isn't productive for either of us. So I'm responsible for, bringing us here. And I had to find a way to bring us elsewhere. And over time I learned, but the relationship didn't last. But over time I learned we're still good friends, but you just have to learn how to navigate.
Wow. Man, I appreciate you, brother. Own your shit. Own your shit Fridays. 844-55-1. Thank you again for the call, Devo. You brought Las Vegas into the building. Somebody else from Dallas is on the line. Line 6. Aaron, holler at us, brother. Brother of Moses. Aaron.
Yo, what's up? Zo, what's happening, man?
Come on, man. You know what I'm doing out here. I'm trying to change the world, homie.
Yeah, man. This is a crazy topic, man. I'm about to be 100 with you, man.
Yep.
All y'all.
Yep.
When I was young, when you're a young man and you go through different relationships, and the first thing you say is, somebody asks you why you single, the first thing you say is, "Oh, all women are crazy." Mm-hmm. I mean, that's true to a point, but then if you attract the same type of woman, then there's something wrong with you. So I realized as I got older.
Whoa. I'm not saying you're incorrect. I just want to kind of recontextualize. Not what's wrong with you, what's unresolved in you.
Right.
There you go. Finish, bro.
Right. And what I realized was, especially with my last relationship, that I used to be a yes man.
Wow.
Every time they asked, yes. Every time this, yes. Okay, yes, dear, or yes, whatever. I was a yes man. And women don't like that because they'll take advantage of that. And it wasn't until I finally, and another thing is a lot of people, they don't have time to recover when they break up with somebody. You need time to, be by yourself. And I've been single for a while, and I realized that. I realized, like, I can't be that way. I can't. I have to have a backbone and say what I like. You say, tell the truth, and say how I feel. Because if I don't, I'm just going to be going down the same path over and over again.
Wow. Wow, man. Men are owning up today. Men are owning it today. Veronica, can you hear that?
They are doing it.
It's amazing. I am almost in tears today.
Fuck, men are owning it today. Let me apologize for some more bullshit I didn't dig. I'm sorry for dragging this high-end platform in the mud by talking about motherfuckers that don't even belong on this level. Wow. Shit. 844-55-1. Who want to speak on it? This is a real level. This is the real shit.
Can I just say one thing? I love our listeners. Like, these men out here are real. Like, it pisses me off when I hear women say there's no good men out there, because we have so many good men trying to better themselves, and you can hear it by all of our callers right now. So I just want to shout y'all out. Y'all the real MVPs. Shit.
Oh, we the real MVPs. Thank you. Thank you so much, Miss Durant.
Look, hold on. I was talking to our callers. So, like, hold up. Cut the mics. Look, I ain't had my mic cut in a while. I've been acting right.
Heka. Speak on it. Tell us about it now.
To answer your previous question, you said, is there a difference in apologizing and taking responsibility? I kind of really don't like to hear somebody say, well, I apologize if I made you. If I made you.
Conditionals, right.
Exactly. It's conditional. And you're really trying to illegitimize the fact that they felt some kind of way about what it is that you did. Mm-hmm. So don't apologize if you made. Just know that you did and take your responsibility.
You know what?
Responsibility for your actions.
My youngest son's mother just checked me on that. Remember we was going to T Radio V that night? She was like, yo, man, I didn't like the way you did this and that. And I started off with that. I said, I apologize if I did that. She was like, see, that's some bullshit right there. So you're absolutely right. She so happens to be Pisces, just like yo ass. You motherfuckers be having Pisces meetings and shit. The Pisces, you fuckers are in a secret society together. DJ always is like, fuck you, Zoe. Because he Pisces, too.
No, really, what the real deal is, as Pisces, we're really emotional and mushy on the inside, but we try to appear to be all hard and hardcore on the outside. Yeah.
Right. No, she checked me on that. I give her props.
You heard that. Yeah.
Phone lines is crazy right now. Crazy. Johnny. Utah.
Ooh, Johnny, turn your mic, turn it down.
Turn your life down, Johnny. Your life is real loud.
You hear me now?
Yeah, we got you, Johnny.
What up, Joe?
What's happening, man? You brought in Utah, the Utes.
Man, yeah, let the lightning strike. It's dick in her jaw. Dun, dun, dun.
Utah.
Oh, man.
You old lying ass motherfucker.
Utah.
Yeah, I am. But the first thing I got to say, man, is I love the show. And speaking for people of 5150 Nation, we all love y'all, too. We going to get mushy on the air today. Hugs and kisses and shit. But on some real shit, man. I grew up with a single-parent household with my dad not around, and he used to beat and rape my mom and shit. So I seen it all growing up. I was the man of the house from a young age. And seeing the things that I've seen and growing up the way that I grew up, I never really wanted much of anything. I was just like, hey, if you can get it, that's cool. I'll take it. But other than that, don't even push yourself. But growing up, I never wanted my children to go through that. My son was kind of unexpected because, I guess I was used to fucking bitches who just, their baby factory was shut down for some reason. It didn't work properly. But, you know how that go. And then,
he's wild.
Out of love for him, I let the bitch come back. Shout out to my baby mama. You a lousy bitch. We'll see you in court next month, bitch. Anyway, I let the bitch come back. And, I started fucking her. I noticed she ain't have a period. Next thing I know, she pregnant. She thought it was by somebody else. And, out of me trying to not be like my dad, I'm trying to be there for her and everything. She did all type of crazy shit. And, yeah, I was still fucking other bitches and shit. But, I mean, I'm a man. I'm a businessman.
And don't make no excuses now.
But
Just own it.
I was coming home. I was coming home every night. I knew she wasn't right, but I was trying to hang in there for my son because she had him out of state. Long story there. But, Zoe, like a lot of guys, man, when they grow up without a father in the household, man, it really pushes them to want to be in their children's life. And a lot of guys don't know how to say it, but it's the truth. When you come from nothing, as you grow, you want to progress. You don't want to just fuck your legacy up. And even though, a lot of people say, okay, that girl got 2 kids by you, she gonna fuck your legacy up. I'm gonna fight for it as hard as I can.
Wow.
I'm gonna lie. and hide income and do whatever I got to do. That's right. Everybody who listening, you got to learn how to hide income. Don't tell them all the money you make.
Joseph, make your goddamn point and be done. We got lines, man. Get through your shit.
Man, I love you, Zoe. I love you, Zoe. Go on and get to your lines. I'm going to fuck with y'all niggas next week, man. And, Zoe. Oh, this for the engineers, Zoe. Tell that motherfucker to stop hanging up on people so goddamn quick. We want to hear what the fuck you got to say. We don't want to wait till next week to hear what you said after we hung up.
Well, damn.
Word up.
I'm going to slap him through the phone.
Okay.
Dick in her jaw.
Dean, I got you.
We appreciate the call, man. Thank you, brother.
He's a Pisces. It's cool.
Jesus. He came at you, Dean.
I thought that call was. I thought he was going to be really. I thought I was going to say, "Wow, he's very intelligent."
Today, you know he was going to turn up. And here's the fucked up thing. He's still on the list.
Again, with the spirit of excellence.
Right. And here's the fucked up thing. He called in as Johnny from Utah, but he's still on the caller list. He's still on the line right now as Joseph from Detroit. He on 2 lines. Get your ass off our line.
He said, oh, yeah, and by the way, look.
He gonna get in one way or the other, goddammit. Oh, man, today's show, man, is really a doozy. You know, I've been through a lot of shit. Let me tell you, I've been through a whole lot of shit. My relationship book that's coming out July 1st, the first part of it breaks down, you know, my life, what I've been through, foster care, the projects, you know, moving with my mother from Chattanooga, Tennessee to Altadena, California, you know, just, man, it's a biography of Zoe. I mean, I've been through hell and back. You know, the dysfunction in my family, man, this is an incredible book. It's important. The relationship dismount, how to stick the landing, right? When leaving a toxic relationship. I'm doing pre-orders right now. We only pressed up a very limited amount of this book. When I tell you it is a breakup and makeup book, it is a journal workshop, right? When you go into this book, 12 chapters, at the end of every chapter, there are workshops, right? For you to work out your shit, right? It's an incredible work. I've written 2 books, but it took me 10 years to write this one since the last one was written, right? And I went through a hella dramatic breakup, right? Where I did a gang of shit wrong. I was with this sister for 6.5 years, and she loves me with every fiber in her being, but I never let her meet my kids. Oh, yes, own your shit day to day, goddammit. We owning some shit. Who else out here brave enough to do it? Yeah. Some girl told me I had really big balls. Okay. And then I found out that people with big balls have high testosterone levels. I don't know. Right? So I'm manning up tonight. Ball check, nigga. Tuck your balls, nigga. Call in. Holla at me with the truth, nigga. Ball check.
What is happening?
I got big balls. Check your shit, nigga.
Hey, follow my Twitter. I'm about to tweet Zoe's balls in a minute. At Miss Tabor on Twitter. Hilarious.
Call in. Own your shit. Check your nuts, nigga.
Well, look, I was going to own up.
844-55-1 is the number to dial if you brave enough. And I'm going to tell you right now, low-key, women, y'all on some bullshit. Look. We'll be back in a minute after this break. The voice of reason. Man, oh man, Shevitz. How many of you don't believe that kid is yours? So just own up. That's your kid. That's your kid. Let Michael bang. Let Michael bang. Bang Billie Jean. There's a lot of niggas out there who ain't claimed their kids.
There's a
It's Accountability Friday. Own your shit Friday. Come on.
Man, I need the ladies to call in too, because look, there's a lot of the men are always calling us out, ladies. I'm in here by myself, me, VC, and Heka. I need some of my phone line ladies to give me a call. 1-844-55-1.
Right, you can give us a fake name.
Hey, you can give us a fake city. I don't give a fuck.
Fucking Joseph does it every week.
Joseph, sneaky ass. Man.
I'm serious, though. It's about owning it.
Scandalo, that one.
I mean, there's plenty of times where one of my main I didn't listen to my intuition. I got married at 23.
Wow. Own it, Whit.
I'm just saying, there was something in me that said no, but
you did it anyway.
I did it anyway.
Wow. Veronica?
Yeah.
What's one of those moments? And then I'm coming to Heka.
Like I said, I thought. Go ahead. I thought safe meant sane, and I think when I was leaving college, I was scared. I was terrified of the future, and so when he said, "Oh, it's really nice and safe over here," I thought he meant, "Oh, it's really nice and sane over here," but it's not the same word. And so I let my fear choose my, kid's dad. And the thing about it is that I think I would probably have relieved myself of a lot of suffering around it had I just early on decided to confront reality and say, you know what, this is who he is. He will never change.
Wow.
I cannot heal him, so let me bounce out of here. And let me look at the reasons why I chose him and where I was in collusion with his insanity. If I had said that sooner, I probably would have alleviated a ton of suffering.
Wow. Ladies,
it's time.
Are you suffering from intuition ignorance? 844-55-1. Call in and own that shit, poor decision-making motherfuckers. It's Own Your Shit Friday.
It's on your shit, hey.
You can't keep blaming people forever.
Nope.
Listen, we have a special guest in the building, but before I get to her, I want to get Heka's intuitional is not a word,
I like
by the
it,
way.
though. Hey, I'm hashtag
Intuition ignorance. Talk to me right now.
we making up words.
Yeah, just talk to me right now.
One of the experiences I could talk about is, when I was 13, I had the gruesome experience of rape. So I was 13 years old. I went through this rape, and I carried that experience with me from the age of 13 to the age of 33. And from all that time, I could literally smell the sweat on his body. I could continuously hear the groans in his voice as I tried to fight and get away from him. And I could literally smell the nastiness of the sexually transmitted disease that he gave me as well. And I could continuously hear my family saying, when I went to them for help, I could continuously hear them saying she wanted it. And I was so angry. I was so angry that I fought and I cried and I was disobedient and I was just ugly towards everybody. And I blamed everybody. I blamed my mom. I blamed my family. I blamed everybody until I was 33 years old and I was able to face the fact that the reason why I had that experience was my fault. Because had I not been disobedient to my mom, had I listened to her when she told me not to go, then I would have never invited that guy into my life to give me that experience.
Wait. Heka, you know I love you. I'm not going to let you, not that I'm trying to interrupt you from taking accountability, but I'm not going to let you say it's your fault.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I'm not saying,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm not going to fully say that if I had not, though. This is what I'm saying. Had I just set my tail down and did what I was told to do by my mom, and I was obedient to my mother, I would not have had that experience. So a lot of that was my fault. Majority of that was my fault. Now, does that make him any less responsible for doing the things that he did? Absolutely not. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that he wasn't responsible, but I'm saying I invited him into my life to give me that experience, all because I was disobedient. I wouldn't do what I was supposed to do. I wouldn't do what I was told.
Wow. This is big. Ugh. Yikes. Own Your Shit Friday. We got a special guest in the building right now. Producer of the Rollout Show on the Foxhole, which has been preempted by the network. She's here. Her name is Tiffany. Tiffany, what's happening?
What's going on,
Foxhole,
Zoe?
Sirius XM satellite producer credits. Oh, I'm sorry. Tiffany, what are you here to own? We need female voices. We got you. Speak on it.
Ooh.
Own Your Shit Friday. What are you owning? Intuition, ignorance. It's a sickness. Go deeper.
Ooh, it is.
That might be a topic coming. for you motherfuckers to deal with. Talk to me, Tiffany.
Oh, too much to speak on.
Yeah.
Just,
Don't you make me turn this mic on, goddamn.
no.
Give me something, Tiffany. The mic is on.
One thing that you knew for a fact you should not have done, but you did it anyway. Intuition, ignoring.
She really got the mic on over here on quiet status.
Everybody does it. You mess with people you know you shouldn't have. And then when it backfires, you're like, damn.
But what is it that you could control, that you owned, that you said, I'm going to do this shit even though the intuition tells me this is going to be some bullshit. What was it?
Stubborn Taurus.
Yes. The music sounds delicious. I'd like to hear from you. Shit is terrible. This is the worst interview ever.
I'm behind the scenes.
You put her on the spot, man. Look, her intuition was saying, I don't even want to sit in here because he's going to put me on the mic.
She could have shook her head and said no.
That's her intuition saying.
I'm going to shut up and stay behind the board.
There we go. Scared ass. It's cool.
It's all good.
Well, in that case, South Carolina is about to come in the building. Yusuf! Holla at me on line 5. Yusuf?
So, greetings and salutations, my fellow niggas. Look, I'm going to keep it short.
Word up, brother.
Intelligent listeners are well aware of what I'm about to say, but if you're going to listen to one thing said on the show tonight, let it be this: when you lay your delicate ears to sleep tonight. With all due respect, nobody knows what the hell they're talking about. Unless you can adapt and grow with the society around you, take a step back, look at yourself and say, you know what? I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm doing it. I don't know why it's even in front of me. Only then can you heal yourself from every degree of life. Because until you can do that, you're just a rolling ball of bullshit trying to sell your story to everybody else.
Ooh.
I fucked up a lot in my life, but the best thing I can do is say, hey, I fucked up. I can't judge you like I can judge myself because I've done it 1,000 times, but I'm here to grow. I'm here to adapt. If you want to do that with me, that's cool. If you can't do that with me, that's cool as well.
Wow. Good shit. Good shit, man. Thanks for disrespecting our whole work here, but we love you anyway. Thank you.
Just listen to
That was good shit, Yusuf. Appreciate it.
All right, Sharkhead. All right.
Cincinnati in the building. His name is Jason. He's on line 3. Holler at us. Be the last time Yusuf will ever get in on the show. Yes. We'll deal with him later. Jason, Cincinnati, get at us right now. What you owning? Jason, Cincinnati.
Jason.
Line 3. What you owning? 2, 3,
Hey, Jason.
4, 5. Cut him off.
Bye, Jason.
Who else we got? We got, who's this? JD? JD from Dallas. Line 6. You're in the building. Holler at me.
What's going on, Zoe? What's going on, everybody?
We grinding tonight. What's happening with you, pimp?
What's up, JD?
Nothing much. The first thing that I want to own up to, man, is like, I'm in a relationship right now, and basically I was still flirting with other women. She asked me, like, why do you still talk and chat with these other women when you have me? And I had to be honest with myself and tell her that I'm really still holding on to old baggage from my previous marriage. Like,
wow. I
haven't forgave her, you know what I'm saying, for all the stuff that she put me through. So I'm basically like opting out. Like, I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna wait till you do me bad. I'm just gonna keep doing bad.
Wow.
And once I broke it down to her like that, she was like, well, you don't have to worry about that with me. And we basically just moved on from there. But I had to really own up to that. Like, I don't trust none of these hoes. Like,
wow. Wow. Man, I appreciate your candor, your honesty.
Yeah.
No, that's real shit.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, brother. Fuck.
She's lucky to have somebody who actually will tell her the truth like that, even though I'm sure that hurt her hearing it, but still, now they're better. Now they're good. You know what I mean?
Wow.
But, you know, I had to speak the real.
Wow, that's good shit, man. I bet you she loves you even more because you told the truth. The truth is a fucking aphrodisiac.
Mm-hmm.
God, I had to learn it. I had to learn it. I was a lying motherfucker. I had to learn it. I didn't even have to lie. Fuck am I had a girlfriend once, 20-some years ago. Thank you, brother, for the call, JD. I had a girl about 20 years ago just outright say, listen, this is a long-distance relationship, dude. I'm mature enough to understand that you're going to fuck other women. No, I'm not. No, I will not. I will not disrespect your vulva that way. 2 children later.
Oh, shit.
The fuck? This nigga ain't shit. I'm just saying. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you either. She's still one of my best friends.
That's what's up.
Because she watched me evolve. You know, she was pissed off in the 90s. But as I evolved, you know, as, you know, being a father, and fatherhood made me more accountable personally. She was like, okay, nigga, you've redeemed yourself, you know, but lying for no fucking reason. She gave me the out and I chose to lie. You can go fuck other women, dude. Just strap it up. Don't bring me shit. I brought her 2 kids. She was like, this nigga here. Get your bitch ass out of here, nigga.
Anything else? Aren't they cute? Look, so I was like, yay.
You feel me?
That's funny. That's crazy.
I'm going to tell you right now, unforgiveness is tied to blame. Woo! It's tied to blaming. It's tied to non-accountability. It's tied to it. It's tied to entitlement. You got to get my new book. People be telling me I don't mention it enough. I'll sell everybody else's shit. They tell me I don't sell my shit. We only going to print up a few. It's not a lot of these books. You got to go to my website, IamZoeWilliams.com, and pre-order your copy now. July 1st, The Relationship Dismount. The chapter on forgiveness, oh my God, it's retarded. A lot of people have a misnomer, right, of what forgiveness really is. They don't really know. The chapter on forgiveness is crazy, right? The Relationship Dismount, How to Stick the Landing When Leaving a Toxic Relationship. You can get it right now. Order yours right now. Pre-order. IamZoeWilliams.com. Let me get everybody's, idea of what taking ownership in a situation is. I'm going to start with Heka. What's the easiest route for personal accountability? Speak to me.
The easiest route for personal accountability. Oh, wow. Just accept your responsibility for your
motherfucker shit.
Always. Just accept responsibility for your actions. Don't try to deny it. Just own up to it. Be woman or man about it. Man enough to own up to it. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's good shit. Veronica?
There is this thing called reality. And it doesn't give a shit about what you think or would prefer about it. Right. So the quicker we can square off with reality, the quicker reality comes to our aid and serves us. So it's being willing to face reality without flinching and be about it and speak the truth about it. That's it.
Dope.
That's good shit. Whitney?
I think, honestly, the first step to accountability would be before you even do anything. Decision making. Think longer before you do something. Ooh. Think about this. Like, if you thought really hard before all of the things that could possibly happen if I do this or don't do this, we wouldn't have to be sorry for a whole lot of shit. I'm just saying, the decisions you make.
Amen.
Man, own it. Own it, own it. Don't loan it, own it. A lot of motherfuckers is loaning their problems to other people, trying to put it in their hands.
That's good.
Right? Don't loan it, own it. It's really that simple, right? Forgiveness is not a loan, meaning you can't loan forgiveness. It's not conditional, just like love isn't conditional. Right? Because now it's an investment. These are the conditions. And contingent upon you doing A, B, C, D, E, F, G, then I'll give you my forgiveness. It don't work like that. Forgiveness has nothing to do with the other person's behavior, right? A lot of times we get stuck on unforgiveness because we feel entitled. You hurt me. You did this to me. So then we barricade ourselves in the victimhood positionality. I'm telling y'all, man, there's a way out. Own it, don't loan it. What'd you say? You want to say something? Go ahead, nigga. It's my nigga right here.
I appreciate it.
Hey, anybody who don't know who this little nigga is.
Yeah, I'm the producer of this here, Get Down.
Yes, he's behind. He's
Chris
like
Burnell.
Fucking the Wizard of Oz. He's that little big head nigga behind the curtain.
Fuck you, nigga.
Go ahead, Chris.
The easiest route to personal accountability is simply just to stare at yourself in the mirror.
Wow. I can smoke a bag of that.
Study yourself, introspect. That's the first step towards accountability and maturity.
Right. And if you ever see a motherfucker who's always in the right, he's always the victim, she's always the victim, that motherfucker crazier than a bag of angel dust, nigga. That motherfucker's a lunatic. That's real.
Yo.
If you never see a motherfucker who sits in their truth and takes accountability for all the shit they experience, that's a lunatic. I'm going to tell you right now, go to IamZoeWilliams.com and pre-order your copy of The Relationship Dismount, How to Stick the Landing, July 1st. This is going to be a New York Times bestseller, I promise you. It's that ridiculous. It's Tupac meets Deepak. You feel me? It is fire and ice, fire in the minds of men. It's a relationship book that's unlike anything anyone else has ever done, I promise you. It's not no basic, wait 90 days. It's not no basic shit. It's some real philosophical, psychological shit, man. And it causes you to work through things. I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. Hot Button Radio, Dash Radio. We out. Deuces.